Hey guys, Joe here, coming at you today with some content for you guys that run the anti-3-star bases and use air attacks. Can a skeleton spell plus a rage spell take out an archer queen? And this is mainly for those guys that use the anti-3-star bases where the archer queen is secluded in a compartment on her own with only a handful of defenses, and the majority of your defenses is focused on the opposite side of the bases. In order to stop the air attacks, in order to stop the GOLALOONs and the Ho-Hos, the Hog Rider attacks, so on and so forth. But anyways, I was in my journeys with SargTrain. I was in a clan called the Salty Pete's. Great group of guys, and I'll have content out for them in the next couple of days. But I was doing some friendly challenges in the meantime, and Nigel actually came in on my bases and exploited a huge weakness in my base. Hadn't been exploited in war before, or friendly war challenges within my own alliance quite yet. But Nigel definitely saw the defect and exploited it very quickly. He has a standard GOLALOON in this attack strategy, and so far he's just after the two air defenses down in the south. And now as he comes in through the north, something interesting comes into play. He has a skeleton spell in his queue, and I was actually quite interested what that was for, as he drops it on the archer queen while she's focused on the lava hound. And basically this ends up turning into more of a queen pop. But I was really interested in the skeleton spell. Can it actually do damage on the archer queen or take her out in conjunction to those lava pups doing damage to her as well? And as this replay continues, he makes it look pretty easy. Uses a rage spell, gets the balloons to move in quicker on the remaining defenses, drops a haste spell down in the south, gets the balloons in on the last two archer towers, and all he has left is that mortar in the south. His archer queen's still up. He has plenty of lava pups on the remaining portion of the base, and all he has left is this wizard tower down in the south, which he has plenty of balloons to take that out. Doesn't even need the balloons since he has the archer queen down there. Ends up taking out this base very quick, and I was really just so stumped by the skeleton spell that I really had to look further into it. So can a skeleton spell take out an archer queen alone? This is actually highly unlikely. We drop a skeleton spell on the archer queen, and they do a decent amount of damage on the archer queen, dropping her below half health with just the skeleton spell alone. So what if we drop a rage spell with that skeleton spell, and they work on her pretty quick after leaving that altar? They get on that archer queen and take her down immediately, but this again is highly unlikely. So let's go ahead and add some defenses to the mix. We got some splash damage and point defenses around the archer queen. Drop that skeleton spell and rage, and they get owned immediately by the splash damage. They don't even have a chance to get it fired upon by the cannons. So let's go strictly point defenses, and again overpowered by the defenses surrounding the skeleton spell, whether they're raged or not. There's just too many distractions here. So let's go back to the original raid, and as we slow this one down, you have 2 point defenses that are focused on the lava hound as that skeleton spell works on the archer queen, dropping her below half health and allowing the balloons to get in there and drop the defenses around her while the lava pups finish her off. So it is a bit of a queen pop, but the skeleton spells help out quite a bit on getting her health down and getting rid of her before she takes out the lava pups. So again, Nigel comes in on a different base. He starts out with his golems, then his wizards for funneling, drops his archer queen, and then he will get his wall breakers down to open up that first compartment and just come in on the opposite side of the queen, because he knows on these bases that there's heavy defensive concentration and that he doesn't want to come in with the air portion up in this area. He wants to get rid of the Teslas, in which he does. He gets his poisons down to take out that weak clan castle in the bowlers due to our friendly challenging. And he's just letting his heroes work, getting rid of the Tesla farm around that town hall. And he's really after that second air defense that's over in the western compartment. So as the Barbarian King's Iron Fist ability has been triggered to take out the bowlers, the Archer Queen is now firing on the town hall. And then she'll shift over to the air sweeper, which he wants to get rid of this Expo, the air sweeper, and the air defense. So the Archer Queen takes out that sweeper, and then she goes to work on the air defense. As he starts to work in the second portion of his air attack, he drops his hounds, and then he starts to get his balloons down and start taking out these defenses in the south. and then he's holding on to 1 Lava Hound and 6 more balloons to start working up through the south. He still has that skeleton spell and 3 rage spells along with another haste spell. So again, you have 3 Lava Hounds going after that 4th air defense while the balloons are kind of slowly moving behind. He hasn't gotten his rages down. There goes the first rage. First Lava Hound pops, and then he drops his skeleton spell to distract and start working on that Archer Queen. But due to the fact that she's next to that bomb tower, she also receives splash damage from the balloons. So again, exploits another weakness in this base where the Archer Queen flexes in an area where she can easily be taken out by splash damage from the balloons, as well as the Queen Pop technique, along with the skeleton spell to distract her or do damage to her while she's easily distracted. So adding the skeleton spell to these replays or these attacks on these types of bases is well worth the addition, and I thought it was very interesting, and I wanted to show that with you guys today. And then also hats off to Nigel. I appreciate him exploiting these weaknesses in my defenses. And yeah, tell me what you guys think if you've done this a little bit. This was shown in one of Powerbang's videos. I think it was Secrets of the Skeleton Spell, but he didn't really get into too much detail on it, and we haven't really seen a whole lot of it. So hopefully this is something that we can start applying to our raids, and especially with the Queen Pop technique, and you know, exploit some of these bases and get these air attacks rolling, get them 3 stars. Drop some comments below and let me know what you think, and thanks for watching, guys.